Today we're going to review the Thwaites 1-ton skip loader. Probably one of the most hired bits of plant in the UK. These are really commonly used by builders, contractors alike. Basically like a powered wheelbarrow really for a lot of people. And they're a really good bit of kit. This one, it says, made by Thwaites. It's got a Mach engine, 21 horsepower. It's hydrostatic, which means all the wheels are driven by electric motors. It's a one pedal operation, so you basically press it to go forward, obviously like an accelerator. When you want to brake, you just back off the power and she brakes. She's got brakes on the back. The motors act as brakes, and they're quite effective. It's a bit of a weird thing to drive when you first do it, but not a bad little thing. The skip here lifts up high for getting into skips. I mean, it'll even tip, to be honest, into the front of a 12-yarder, but I mean, all round an 8-yarder, absolutely no problem. You do struggle a bit, because obviously it only tips quite close to the front of the wheels, so you know, if you're piling up a skip and you've only got access to one side, you do still have to sort of get in there with a shovel or bring the machine around the front and push it to the other side of the skip, because it obviously will only tip on down one edge, but they're better than nothing. It's a hell of a lot better than a wheelbarrow. Skip will take 500 litres heat, which equates to about 3 buckets of my JCB 3-tonner, probably 4 buckets of the little 801, so 1.5-ton machine. But there's bits that I like about these Thwaites dumpers that I think they've got the edge over the Terex / Mecalac ones. And there's a couple of new dumpers out there that I haven't tried yet. There's a Bell one now. Bell, the people who make your mixer and whacker plates and bits, they've now released a 1-ton dumper. Looks to me to be very, very similar to the sort of Terex Mecalac design, but I haven't had my hands on one yet, so I couldn't say. And JCB, who have released their own range of site dumpers now, and that's a completely sort of redesigned new range. So again, haven't had my hands on one of them. Be interesting to see what they're like, but I can compare it to the Terex ones, which / Mecalac, you know, commonly hired. So they're a neat little machine, decent tyres on them, good ground clearance. It's actually going through some ruts over here that it's doing very well, to be honest. The only thing, as you can see with them, is they're very narrow. So these are probably one of the most dangerous bits of kit that you'll ever drive, really. It's just over 1.1 metres wide. You can get narrow wheels for them. God knows why you would. I think it'd be like a death wish, to be honest, but they are available. But yeah, they're a great bit of kit if used properly, but I certainly wouldn't put an inexperienced operator on them, because they go over, you know, faster. I think the wind would blow it over, to be honest, if it was strong enough. You have got to be very careful. Nice access to the engine bay here, little gas strut powered thing, dead easy access to battery, nice big wide thing to fuel. You can actually get a jerry can at it, and you'll know from previous videos that always winds me up. 2 little levers to operate, tidy little Mach engine. You can get to your fuel, bits down here. It's a pretty easy enough thing to get to. The operator station is really good on these. I like you've got a decent handle and a good step as well. So many of these little dumpers have got a pathetic little step here and you can't get your boot in it, and it's just a nightmare. Thwaites have actually sorted this and got a decent step on it. So I think these, I mean, you're on and off them all the time. It's worth it just for that, to be honest, in my opinion. They're a bloody good bit of kit. I like the forward and reverse shuttle lever. That's very good as well. The Thwaites system has a little tiny little spigot thing here, which I guess is less likely to get knocked off, but you can get hold of that nice and easy. It's good for me. There's a decent bit of space between the skip area and the wheel. This is all really solid. I mean, when it's on, it doesn't rattle at all. She's a good machine. Hoses are nicely tucked away in the middle here, which is another system I quite like about these. They've done really well keeping it all neat and tidy, and if you get a little bit of overspill over the back, it doesn't screw your pipes up. It really is just a neat little dumper, and yeah, I've used these hundreds of times, and they're a bloody good little machine, really. I'm using it here because I don't want to drive across the customer's grass, so we're going round the back in the woods, and I can't get a 3-ton dumper around there, so I had 16-ton delivered. Terrible weather as usual, but this job's waited and waited and waited, and it just didn't get any nicer. It's just started raining again. So yeah, that's life. Get in the dry. I mean, if I was buying one of these, well, I would buy if I was in the market for a 1 ton dumper, I'd buy a Thwaites. It's that simple, really. I would check out the JCB option. I think they've pushed ticked a few little boxes now on these modern ones. It's quite nice with I think with the JCBs you can spec like forward and reverse little lights on the canopy and things, which is nice. You're working in the dark. These you can get a full road kit for them, and I've had some with it. The little lights go down just under the front of the skip and various things. But yeah, I think they're a better machine than the Terex ones. Terex ones are good. They run a Kubota engine. It's not a bad dumper, don't get me wrong, but the skip shape on the Thwaites is better. The operator station on the Thwaites one's better. It's a really powerful little dumper. You can drive and lift the skip up and down and turn. You know, it's got plenty of hydraulic power, and their residual value is fantastic. There's ones of these at the moment, if you want to, look second hand, that are nearly 15 years old since this original design came out, and they're still holding 4 or 5 grand. So, it's probably 14 grand to buy one now, new, maybe a little bit more since I last checked. And 15 years down the line, it's still worth 5 grand. If it hasn't earned your money by then, it never will. The more modern Terex well, they were JCB for a while as well before they made their own range, and Mecalac now range do seem to depreciate more. You can pick up a 3-4 year old one of them for kind of 8 grand, and when you think you can get a 15-year-old one of these for 5, you see how they hold their value much better than the others. A 3-year-old one of these would still be 10 grand, and that's which is where this one is really. It's a 2017 machine. So yeah, I think they're good. The paintwork's pretty tidy on it. Obviously it's a high one, they do get battered about, but yeah, for 1 ton skip loader, my money would be on the Thwaites at the moment, till someone makes something better. To be honest, they are the ones to beat. Anyway, hope this review's been useful. If you want to see any other little bits, let me know, because every time I hire something, I'll try and review it for you. Cheers.